Just a bit wet to be here, ain't it, love? No, sad part is a lot of people out there are going to think I'm impersonating Mr. Drippy from Ni no Kuni, rather than just having flashbacks to my years living in Wales for university. Sad times, sad times. Speaking of sad times,
Come on, something's up.
yeah, all these people have mysteriously vanished and reappeared as corpses. Not a thing. You saw nothing. I am as stealthy as a ninja. And a lot better looking, too. I doubt this place has rather extreme weather conditions, doesn't it? We come from sunny to nighttime to sunny again, then suddenly torrential downpours. They're also slightly sunny. Supplies! Now you can be a porpoise. You too have a blowhole. Marvellous. Get out of here before the rest of them come back. Dum 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 dum. It's intense because it's a river. Dum 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 dum. Excellent. I'm still not entirely convinced how much I like these little sort of pre-rendered action scenes. And yes, I technically take part in bollocks. Curse you and your crappy relationship! Ah, crap! Yeah, let's try not to die. Oh, we're back in Silent Hill Downpour. Excellent. In case you haven't guessed, by the way, this is entirely, well, almost entirely a post-commentary section. Actually, I was ill when I recorded this. Pretty badly ill, in fact. So, as a result, I'm going to be recording after the fact. So we'll see how much I this actually remember, and how much I hilariously forget. I say hilariously, but ow! No, crap. Yep, I've said it before, but this girl's gonna weigh what? Like 9 stone wet? So how on earth she managed to have that much impact, even when moving at speed? I'm not entirely certain. Someone would have enough force to shatter glass, even old glass. I mean, does glass lose structure integrity as it gets old? Didn't think it did. Silicone tends to hold up better than carbon in that respect. Ah, good. Well, that parachute's crap. Try the next one. Thankfully, this is a late enough parachute as a backup. Marvellous. Another stunning vista. We naturally don't want to be impaled upon the pines, so we're going to dodge like an aerial ninja. Sky ninja, if you will. A skinja. Yes, I think that works. Skinja. Due to the input delay controls, I am actually, obviously, well, I was, should I say more accurately, swinging left and right long before I actually got anywhere near those trees. Oh, I literally hit every branch on the way down. You know, statistically speaking, that's highly unlikely. Kind of an achievement when you think about it. Well, the positive one, I mean, Lara is basically half dead at this point, but still, it's an achievement of sorts. I think I finally worked out the brightness settings, both for my television, the recording, and for YouTube, which darkens everything by about 30%. Just I've struck an even balance to prevent it distorting the pillars and whatnot. Only took, what, like 7 parts, but I think I've done it. What if Aang's up there? Hopefully tossing M. Night Shyamalan off one of the precipices. A man can dream, right? A man can dream. Can't talk, but he can dream. Do apologize, by the way, if I start slurring and blurring all my words. I did manage to bite my tongue earlier as well. It's not a good day for it. Admittedly, me complaining of a bit tongue is kind of trite when Lara's just lost what few ribs she had left, but still.
Might be some supplies on board.
How fortuitous. Yes, I'm using a word-a-day calendar. How did you guess? Okay. No, I don't need a survival instincts game. Stop patronising me. It's one of those things I really should turn that off, shouldn't I?
No.
Keep forgetting to.
Gotta keep looking.
I'm pretty sure I already got like 2 parts of the shotgun. Why have I only got 1 all of a sudden? Perhaps it's part of this game's weird checkpoint system. For some reason, it doesn't always exactly checkpoint everything. It seems to take a random stock. It usually checkpoints the number of enemies you've killed in an area. It very rarely bothers to checkpoint items or item locations. It checkpoints collectibles, however.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Certain off odds and ends. Like environmental effects, it doesn't checkpoint those at all. So say if you've turned on, well, say turned on, if you've opened all those big shutter panels, it lets the wind in, and it checkpoints after that's been opened. If you go back to that checkpoint, that panel will be closed again. I don't understand exactly why. It seems rather haphazard in why it chooses to actually save properly. One of the many things I have, with the landing on something soft, there's always that. Artistically splayed as well. But yeah.
going on?
Ooh, it's plot.
The Somali.
Shh!
Lost his temper.
Stop talking! There's plot afoot.
The old man?
He fought.
Nope.
Perhaps not.
Bastard. He won't get far.
What about the other one?
Yeah, it's one of my many problems with autosave checkpoint systems.
I don't understand. Why's Father Matthias keeping them alive?
Food? Most likely.
Girl.
The way you'd need to, all considered.
Matthias might want to.
Just could chuck them in front of the Oni.
Damn. I hope she's the one. We've been waiting so long.
I knew it!
Well, let's
Zara
find out.
is Neo.
Ceremonies at sunset.
It all makes a terrifying kind of a sense now. It explains the bullet time. Do I learn to fly? That would be amazing. I can't say to be totally not in keeping with the spirit of the predecessor games either. I mean, didn't you even in the previous ones fight like giant dinosaurs out in the middle of nowhere? That kind of business? Learning to warp time and space wouldn't be anything new. In fact, we did that in the movies, didn't we? I say we, she did. As played by Miss Jolie. Well, ironically, considering some of the darker themes of this game, is actually out in is it Africa at the moment? Doing all those anti-rape talks with William Hague of all people. Makes sense after a fashion. She is a prime example of womanhood, decrying all these war crimes. William Hague is someone that no one wants to sleep with. So, yeah, all makes a kind of a sense. Do I actually get this guy? Fucking aye, I do. Nice, nice. Who said I can't aim worth shit? Oh right, me. Well, still. Succeeded in the end, that's all that really matters, right? Stealthy as a ninja. Shoot you in the face from afar. Like a ninja. Just memorizing this dude's patrol pattern. It's not incredibly scintillating, but it is useful when my character has a lower threshold for damage than she normally does. I gotta admit, this game did a pretty nice job of building tension here. There are a couple of games that try for this kind of a headshot. And somehow that guy got sword. Or seen, even. Despite the fact he's the only chap there, or at least he should have been. So there's like 4 other dudes just out of nowhere, for no particular reason. Shotgun is completely undeniable in the face of danger. Anyone else? You may have noticed the giant red barrel there, slightly to my right. I think it took me about 2 minutes to realise this bloke was standing in front of it, and when I did, he dodged out of the way. Yes, he dodged an explosion moving at the speed of sound. I mean, that's kind of impressive. That's damn impressive, in fact. I don't think I could do that. You know, so I'd had my relentless for the day anyway. And he's right to forgot that video games portray the shotgun as useless over distance. All these people apparently have never taken part in a clay pigeon shooting competition. I can assure you, shotguns have a much larger range than video games ever portray them as having. I mean, this is a trench shotgun, so it's designed for close combat, but still. Doesn't matter if only 3 or 4 pieces of... God damn it. Life through the eyes of an Australian, perhaps. Perhaps not. Bam! And I'm free! With goodies. Excellent. Always need more goodies. You start watching out for those pit traps as well. Keep forgetting they exist. Alright, shouldn't be hanging off stuff when I have, broken ribs. Probably not a good idea. At least probably a minorly torn stomach cavity. Where do those dudes come from before? What, 4 of the twats? Seriously, where do they come from? And you guys got those final shotgun parts I need? Would be nice. Guessing not, though. Yeah, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Can I at least get up here, perhaps? There appears to be... the symbols on the walls indicating there are goodies in that direction, but I can't go there. No, well, whatever. Sort that out later, I guess. Much, much later, evidently. I can balance perfectly, but I can't climb a wall. Yeah, I suppose they're not entirely linked abilities. Makes sense after a fashion. Wasn't the dude saying they were going to go and look over here? So where have they suddenly... Oh, hello. Ah, there they are, naturally. Supplies! Wow. Shooting them in the balls is incredibly effective. Who knew, right? Fucking goddamn it! I really do hate the fact they can do that. They move their head literally half a millimeter to the right or left, and suddenly the arrow just goes straight through their head instead of actually touching it. The hitbox for the head being ridiculously tiny. But it sort of goes back to my whole thing about combat being wedged into games that don't need it. It can be a lot more interesting if you have to run and evade rather than run and gun. Just in my opinion anyway, but I prefer the amnesia formula, what can I say? Avoid combat wherever possible. My screen's even darker than normal, what the hell? Supplies! I do like the fact that you guys lock on, for me, doesn't extend very far. And it's also very easily broken as well. Which the moment you do spot me, you can hit me from 1,000 miles away with pinpoint accuracy. Using machine guns and other completely inaccurate weapons no less, but it's very easy to avoid you in the mid-trim. Or interim, even. I was going to say meantime and then try to change it to interim. It didn't work, did it? I like midterm, which I do believe is a form of examination. Over there in the Americas. No, we got no pills, got no wine, got no antiseptic, got some gaffer tape. Gaffer tape's useful for a lot of things, but holes in your stomach, not so much. Could be used as an emergency. Does it really look like the time to start feeling up a corpse, Lara? If you're going to develop that kind of interest, perhaps when we're not in deadly danger. Well, he's got a lighter. We've got a souvenir, at least if we ever make it out of here alive. That works. What do we need the light for? I already got a fire stoker, haven't I? The fuck are you doing? No, this is a bad idea. That's not even vaguely clean. This is going to end badly. Septic wound. Yeah. Yeah, no shit. You sealed the hole? No, you've just got a hole that's covered in burns now. Well done, love. Well done. Admittedly, you've triggered your brain's endorphin response. You're going to be flooded with happy hormones for quite some time now. Which is both a blessing and a curse. A blessing because you're not going to feel any of the pain, but a curse because of the same. You're not going to realise when you're more seriously hurt. Or you're not even going to notice when your wounds start going gangrenous. You need more than an arrowhead to dig that shit out. Since I know you've not deformed any of the other games, I can presume you're not going to have to cut off any of your own limbs. Unless this game's doing a Star Trek and just completely rebooting the franchise in an alternate universe. That would be a bold maneuver. Having a paraplegic. Is that the right word? Someone who's been amputated. I don't know.
I'm fine.
You don't sound fine to me.
I'm fine, Roth.
Where are you, girl?
I'm in some kind of shanty town near the fortified palace.
I'm still coming down the hill. How did you get there so fast?
Long story.
I can
Not
see
really.
the town from here.
I fell down a river.
That large gate.
I'm heading towards it.
That's what?
It's the outsider.
Oh, shit.
Where are you getting these flares from? Alright, all the crash naval ships, right. Stupid question. Also Mohawk. Still gonna kill you. Supplies. Should make confession is actually my third attempt, I think, when I'm recording here. That's why I know exactly where everyone's going to appear. And why I can also wait for exactly the right moment to activate certain things. Well, this is the first time I think I took out that guy before blowing up the balcony there. I recall, the moment he dies is when these two gimps start charging to the next area. So if you leave it for a few seconds, and watch as the game fails utterly to allow you to target that one person. Get rid of him. Yeah, for some reason this guy can't hit me. I'm not entirely certain what it's about. Yeah, where you stand, just starting out kind of thing, that one dude for some reason cannot hit you there. His mate, who comes along like 5 seconds later, can hit you through the head with his machine gun from a much further distance than that. That one chap for some reason cannot. You see, I completely didn't learn my lesson earlier. I keep trying to use the shotgun at range, and I'm both annoyed and surprised when it fails to kill them. Though at least they start getting it mid-range. Getting 3 buckshots to the face probably should do a bit more damage than it's actually depicted as doing. If I finally learn my lesson and switch back to the bow here or not, I wonder. If there is only 2 chaps currently facing me. And until they're both dead, it will trigger the next wave. Apparently I did. What are the odds? Through the head? Marvellous. Yeah, I do learn, slowly but surely. They would get a double headshot. How's that for badass? Of course, my victory is very brief-lived as another round of disposable goons come flying in from out of nowhere. I think I took out most of the guys with machine guns, so there's only one chap over here who's about to get shotgunned. I say as I miss him entirely. Almost get sliced to death as well. 4 my troubles. Completely miss every shot. Thankfully I had just about enough health to survive being hit once or twice. And actually survive the fight. Rock and roll. Goodies. Time to strip the corpses for some goodies. What have you got in your pocket? Are those Reese's Pieces? No, they're not. It's Verucas. Why would you collect that shit? I don't understand you people at all. And I've upgraded from a World War II machine gun to an assault rifle. I'm assuming I just chucked the other one away. Though I keep some of my upgrades, so I'm not entirely certain. Whatever. Yeah, what did I go for? Did I get more scavenging? Oh, it was climbers, wasn't it? I think. Oh, I already got climbers. Where did I get them? Definitely wasn't orienteering, because I've never had any trouble negotiating my way around this map. But seriously, what did I get? Heavy lifter? Accomplished killer, maybe. Actually, no, I got accomplished killer at the end of the set. I know for a fact I did that. It's the last thing I did before I turned the game off. Or more or less the last thing, anyway. Ah, there we go. More ammo, that was what it was. Yeah, so I'm kind of crap at the combat sections of this game, as you probably noticed. I tend to burn through a lot of my ammo a lot faster than you'd think would be possible. I never used the rifle, so I'm presuming I didn't bother upgrading it. Just looked at the various odds and ends, all the usual crap. More ammo, less recoil, more firepower. Faster rate of fire, which always strikes me as an odd choice to have as an upgrade for a machine gun. Now, to actually get the shotgun stuff to make it more damaging. I hope I did. Definitely got rid of the recoil at some point during the set, I'm sure I did. Yeah, barrel shroud. Not really a shroud when you drill holes into it, isn't it? Shroud would meaning closing, concealing. You're opening it. In fact, I wonder how would that work exactly? How would putting vents in the barrel give you more explosive force? That's a question for any gunsmiths in the audience. At least any gun nuts, anyway. Breeze. Lots and lots and lots and lots of goodies. Give me all your wonderful goodies. Speaking of goodies, I just suddenly realized I didn't actually go back and check out that little section from earlier at all. No idea what might have been there. Probably more shotgun parts. Or we should have actually gone and got those instead of leaving them behind. But no, I looked straight at the place. I think I tried to set up a zip line. It didn't work at all because I forgot I need to actually be near somewhere I can actually attach the arrow to in order to create a zip line. So yeah, I just give up and go around collecting other bits and pieces, don't I? Yes. Reminds me a lot of the opening to Resident Evil 5, this area. Including the compulsory and rather annoying fights. Now, if I remember correctly from what I read, if you go down into the street level, you'll trigger random fights with groups of about 5 to 6 enemies. Obviously, since I do not want to do that, I stayed up here. I was also hoping that I'd have a better chance of running away up here if anyone did try and come after me. Well, after Lara, anyway. Oddly enough, you got 2 zip lines here that I don't think you can actually access. Yeah, you can't get high enough to actually get onto them for some reason. I'm not entirely certain what the point of them being there is. I mean, the roofs themselves are barbed wire, so you can't get up there to get some extra height. No matter where you stand, you cannot jump high enough to get onto them. Yeah, they're there, but I presume they're just there for enemies to spawn and come down at you from. There's a lot of concealed rooms up here, as you can see. I think the general idea would be they'd be spawned inside those rooms so you can't see them, and then come down the zip lines at you. In fact, I think during the later section you actually see one or two of them do so. Well, not spawn, but you see them come down the zip lines anyway. You notice that just there? She starts doing the grab animation before she's anywhere near the lip. Actually, the character model gets moved forward in midair a couple of centimeters kind of thing. Now that giant white thing, as we know, white things mean goodies and or interactable objects. Which means, as you can see by the chalk, secret temple. Rock and roll. The worst kept secrets in the entire game, admittedly, but they are there. Yeah. All very creepy. Now, admittedly, this did confuse me, because I thought, wait a second, this is just a scene out of Condemned 2, isn't it? Random guys skinned and splayed up against the wall with candles and shit. Expecting the SKX to pop up behind me and go, Ethan! You're not Ethan, you have tits. But that didn't happen. I did eventually notice the arrows, so bully for me, right? Yes, this whole thing is just to gross you out and disguise the fact that the tomb is actually hidden for once. You know, in a minor fashion. There's still arrows pointing to the place where it's concealed, but it is actually concealed. So they're getting better in that respect. But this is starting to make me wonder if there's any other secret tombs I've already walked past. I mean, feel free to mention in the comments if I have or haven't. But I do want to check it out at some point. Thank God for the torch. Even with my new brightness settings, this game is still ridiculously dark in parts. You know, I like it. I like it a lot, you know. So I'm a horror guy right here. Lots of rifles hidden in the secret agent tomb, as you do. Kind of disappointed my headbutting that with the fire didn't set it alight. I mean, I've got the fire arrows now, so I can take care of that sort of business whenever I want these days, but still. I'm slightly disappointed. What can I say, eh? I like things to be a bit more interactive in my video games. Slight blur there as the display adjusts rather pitifully to the sudden change in darkness and whatnot. For some reason this torch doesn't cast a very big circle of light either. Doesn't matter what setting you got it on. Doesn't make sense, but I'd kill for a torch at this point, I really would. You know, a torch is in a flashlight. I've got boxes of stuff. Corn syrup by the look of it. Make fake blood. Speaking of fake blood, actually the new Evil Dead's been released, hasn't it? I'll actually go and see that someday. Meant to see it this weekend, just completely forgot. Admittedly, I also got the dates with the new release of the second Star Trek remake cocked up as well. But by the time this particular set is released, I'll probably have gone to see it. Yes. What an odd little puzzle, this one. Basically a time delay puzzle. Use your boxes here to weigh down the cargo lift, or whatever this is. Once the cargo lift reaches the bottom, remove the boxes, use Lara's body weight to keep the lift here at the basement floor, run back up, and then if you time it correctly, you jump onto the lift and then back off the lift onto the platform to our left over there. If you cock it up, of course, you have to do the whole thing all over again. Fortunately, I did pretty damn well. By true to my own horn a little. I did not see entirely why you couldn't just climb up this rope here and go straight to where the treasure is. Seems to rather invalidate the entire purpose of the puzzle, if you ask me. Not that anyone ever does. But yeah. You know, corn syrup around here. Me testing how sensitive the thing is, and how much time I've got before it starts moving. You get about 2 seconds before it actually starts moving after you step off the platform.
Statues of the Sun Queen.
So they are, love. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm trying to describe the puzzle and you're busy describing the scenery. That worked out marvellously. Well, you at least, anyway. We almost cocked it up there by jumping far, far too early.
Solari defile these ancient ruins, but also worship it.
Yeah, you and me's a complex show. You know what it's time for, boys and girls? Sing it with me. You found some shit in a box. Way to go, you. Zipline time. Woo! Yes, like a boss. Time to trigger an autosave and perhaps do a little upgrading while we're here. Now, is this where I got the killer perk, I wonder? Let's find out today. Accomplished killer. I did indeed. Guess you get more XP if you do stealth kills or headshots or kill people using environmental things rather than just straight up shooting them in the gut. It really isn't that much for one. It's like, at least you get double EXP, considering you only get like 10 anyway for a headshot. It's hardly worth it. I wish I'd known that before I got the perk, if I'm brutally honest, but yeah. Not too much point in that. Basically, you turn your shotgun into a long-range weapon at the tap of a button. But again, it doesn't really seem particularly useful, especially when aiming in this game is so ridiculously difficult to do. And the fact that enemies have a tendency to use the delay between you pushing a button and something actually happening to casually step out of the way. It's deeply irritating. Why is there never a proper doorway to any of these tombs? What are the odds of every single doorway to every single tomb conveniently happening to have collapsed? So its believability's got a bit out the window so far. We've got giant ogres smashing people to death with gigantic mace weapons, but still. These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. Well, I have to ask myself anyway, and because you're here, you get to listen to it. Haha. Right. Yes, yes. We don't need no maps around here, game. We know what we're doing. Sort of. Here in the bloody dock. Seriously. Surely as the place gets more confined, the light should have more of an effect, surely. The pit trap there, by the way, which I hope I remember to jump over. I do. Excellent. That saved everyone concerned a great deal of time. I have to start looking out for those from now on. If I see a white thing on the floor, I have to remember to jump over it. Ow. Ah, piss.
Move in!
God damn you and your mad lepoc air skills. I'm sure you should just fall to your death, because you're holding onto an axe handle that's pointing downward. Alright, it crashed, didn't it? Yeah, I've forgotten about that. Oh, DJ, rewind, please.
That one girl is kicking our ass.
Yeah. The fact that they tied it together with a dishcloth, so that turned out to be a stupid idea, especially when I've suddenly got fire powers. I was thinking of the game's checkpoint system. It checkpointed the fact I'd used these barrels for some reason. But it didn't checkpoint the enemies I killed using the explosive barrels. It seemed rather unfair, really, because you're punishing me for failing by making the combat even harder. Seems counterintuitive, if you ask me, really. Thankfully, these Egypts keep getting closer and closer to my shotgun, just in time to be blasted in the face, so all's well that ends well. Or at least, all's well that ends at the point of a shotgun. I'm going to wipe all the jam off my screen. I get firebombed directly to the face. Yeah, that guy should have pitched for his country. He'd be amazing in cricket. The accuracy you can throw completely unaerodynamic weapons with. Something to be said for that guy. By something to be said, I mean probably you cunt stop that. But still, something to be said. Seemed better when he accidentally blows up his own teammate there. I think we'd be blown up. Supplies, supplies. Yeah, that should just be you. Which means... surprise! He actually ducked down into the headshot. It's so rare that actually happens. Oh, by the way, that's infinite respawn point, by the way. Those guys just keep coming back and back and back and back. As soon as you wipe them out and the music stops, go straight to the gate. If you hang around for more than about 30 seconds, the entire lot will just respawn again. It's not even worth going out there to try and collect their ammo and stuff. By the time you finish collecting everything, they've come back again. And they're busy trying to viciously molest you with various sharp objects.
What's going on?
Annual meeting of the Flying Fox Enthusiast Society? Yeah. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here for today. See you all next time.